Hi friends, welcome to my sewing room. Today I'm going to show you how to make a block that I used when I made this pillow recently. The block is right here. It's half of a foundation piece with ties and then half of a solid piece of fabric. To begin with, you're going to need some old ties. I also used an old sheet for the foundation of my block. My sheet is cut in 8-inch strips, and I'm going to cut an 8-inch square out of this strip, 8-inch wide strip. You can use any kind of thin cotton fabric for your foundation, and then I'm going to cut that 8-inch square in half diagonally, and I'm going to take one piece, and before you do this foundation piecing, you're going to need to what I call dissect your ties. You're going to want to cut away, open it all up, take this lining out, and flatten it out with an iron. I've already done that with this tie. I have some pieces here from that tie. And I think I was going to put this blue on the top. So I find some pieces of the tie, and I'm going to lay this on my foundation. And you can see here that I have some left over on the top. I want left over on the top. I'm going to cut that away later. And then my next piece is going to be this, and I'm going to turn it upside down. And if you'll notice this fold right here, I pressed it with an iron, and you don't want to use cotton on these ties. You want to have a lower temperature on your iron. But some of these creases just don't come out. So I try to work around them. I'm going to lay this right sides together. If you want, you can trim this bottom one away, and I'm not going to spend the time to do that. I just want to move ahead. So I'm going to sit down at my sewing machine. I'm going to sew these two together. You can see where the edge of your foundation is, and make sure that you catch the edge of that. So all the way across. And then take this to your iron and press it open. I'm not going to do that because I want to save us some time here, but I'll let you do that. Now I just need to cover the bottom of that triangle, and I found this blue piece of fabric. I'm going to put right sides together, and I'm going to pin again, hold it down. I'm going to sew these together. We're almost done with half the block. Open it up. I'm going to press it real quick behind the camera here. There's my 3 pieces of tie. Turn it upside down. Get your rotary blade and your ruler. Let's see if I'm still in here. And use that foundation as your guide. Make sure everything is nice and flat. Just try to follow that edge of that foundation. Okay, there's half my block. And then I had a gray piece of fabric for the other side of my block right here. I cut gray squares 8 inches, and then I cut those squares in half just like I did the foundation. Then I put those two sides together, pin, and sew it together. You want to use a 1/4 inch seam so that all your blocks will be the same size. Take the pins out, open it up, and make a few more. Make a quilt or make something small like a pillow. See you next time in my sewing room.